Welcome to another video. So today we'll complete for last week lesson, which will be about the strings. Still working with the strings, and as a data analyst, you need to analyze sometimes a um, big portion of sentences or strings. They call it strings in a programming language. So still we will cover the basic here. One of the basics the strings is will be let's take an example. Let's say this string. As you remember, guys, that we don't put any space for the variable name. That's the variable name. So the strings will be between two semicolon, upper semicolons. Let's define a string. Let's say hello world with a capital H and capital W. So and shift enter. Nothing to happen because we haven't requested anything for the output, like to print or anything. So it means like, okay, he understands it. Okay, this string, he's waiting for the next order. So for this one, we will try to count how many letters in these strings. Like let's pick one letter. Let's pick the letter O. Let's see how many letter O in this string. So the way we write it is this string dot count. That's the function name, and you put between these two semicolon and you define the letter. For example, you want the letter O. Shift enter. That will be 2 letters, as you can see here. If you count it, it's 2 letters. Let's find another one. Let's see the letter L. So again, this string dot count, again between brackets, and open this. We want L. How many L's in our string? You can see it will give us the answer. Whoops. Sorry for a mistake. Count. So this string dot count brackets L. Shift enter will be 3. Pardon me for string C. If you made a mistake, you'll get this kind of error. They say this string is not defined. So this is how we troubleshoot what's the problem with this code. So if you notice here, the spelling is wrong. It should be string. The R is missing. Okay, so this is one way to troubleshoot. I'll try to make all my mistakes not cut off from this video, so you can see how I go through them, and just in case you get similar mistakes, so you know how to troubleshoot. So this is how we define the letter using the function count. Now let's see if we can count words, the full words. Like let's say another string, second string, that's another variable string. Sorry for misspelling. So let's say 1 pen, 2 pen, 3 pen, and black pen. Let's say, for example, we have this kind of string full stop. Okay, we want to count this string, some kind of words. You're looking for the words here. You don't want to read the whole paragraph or something like that in here, but you just want to count the words. So again, you define your variable that you want to work on. You put your function on it, which is second string. Again, dot. We always use a dot, so as if like you multiply by this thing. You do the function and you multiply it by that function. You multiply by a variable. Count again. So as you would imagine, it will be, for example, let's say we want to count the pen. in this string, how many times is being mentioned pen. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, and it says here 4. So this is how you count the words, the whole words. One other useful function is split. If you want to split each word by itself, example, like what you see in the future, we want to make like a dictionaries and stuff like that, so we can do further operations with them. We need sometimes to split elements within a colon, like this, so it's defined that it's separate. So the way we do it is we use the split function. So again, let's say the same, let's work within similar function, which is second string. So it will be second string multiplied by split function between the two brackets. Always the function, that's the default formula for the function, and inside you put your argument. So inside, let's split, let's say we want to split each, for example, each column. You can define each column or each space. Let's say each space, one inside each space, for how long, like let's say for 3 in this 3. Let's see what's the results come up. So it defined it with every single space, it puts a colon here, as you can see, colon, 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 until 3. So 1, 2, 3, and the rest became as it is. Or let's see if we can do it for the whole full string. Second string dot split, and you put your argument again. So just let's see if we did space without the second argument. That's the first argument, and this second argument, like you define it and you tell it for how much or how long you need it. So here, let's say shift enter. So for every single space, it puts a comma. You see, it puts a comma. So this is how you split elements within the string, from this to this. And also you can define for certain, like let's say for the first 2 sentences or first 3 sentences, you just put it here in the second argument. Or sometimes you can split it only within the comma. So let's try it. Second string dot split. So as you can imagine, we want to split it in the comma. So we put this, and you put the comma. I want to split it in each comma, and let's see. So 1 pen, comma, 2 pen, comma, 3 pen, comma, black pen. So in every column, it makes it like a different element. Make like 4 elements for us. So that is how we split. What I want to show you here more is what if we want to see how long, just a revision for the previous function we've used. Let's say if we put len function again here, what we'll get. So let's try len function. Multiply by len. Just len function. I want to put len function without any argument inside or anything. I just want to see how long it will give me from this second string. Okay, so attribute string object as no attribute len. So len cannot count the string. So what you're gonna do here is